Hey guys, it's Mr. Nice, and we're going to talk about U.S. History TEKS SE 7D. Let me read that to you. U.S. 7D analyzed major military events of World War II, including fighting the war on multiple fronts, the Bataan Death March, the U.S. military advancement through the Pacific Islands, the Battle of Midway, the invasion of Normandy, and the liberation of concentration camps. Now, any one of these can be a full-length movie, and several movies have been made on just one of these topics. So we're going to kind of go through this quickly because this is meant to be a brief refresher for something you've already learned. So we're going to just kind of take it quickly in a high level. So let's start with battles on multiple fronts. The U.S. was fighting in Europe, mostly land battles, against Germany and Italy with its allies. And we were also in the Pacific fighting mostly a naval battle against the Japanese. So we had fighting going on in two different areas, the Pacific and in Europe. Bataan Death March in the Philippines in 1942. The Japanese had invaded back into the Philippines, taken Americans and Filipinos as prisoners of war, and put them on a 16-mile march with like no food or water or very little. It was a very brutal march. The Japanese are not known for being nice to prisoners of war. They don't believe in surrendering. So if you surrendered, they don't think too much of you. So it was a pretty brutal march, and there were many fatalities. U.S. military advancement through the Pacific Islands. It was known as island hopping, basically going from island to island to gain control with the hopes of being able to reach mainland Japan by taking all these smaller ones out and not having to worry about them being behind you. Again, this could prove to be quite difficult for the same reason of the previous one. Japanese don't surrender, so they don't surrender easily. So it was pretty brutal trying to go island to island and take out these people who aren't going to surrender. They'll die fighting. Battle of Midway. That's considered to be the most significant battle in the Pacific and the turning point. It's our fleet against the Japanese fleet. There's some great movies on it, but in this battle, we come out ahead, and Japan's not really able to recoup or recover. Their production machine is not what ours is at that time, and they're pretty cut off. So our ability to produce and continue pushing after winning that battle and theirs not working quite as well is really considered to be the turning point, and where we can start moving further west in the island hopping. Invasion of Normandy, June 6, 1944, known as D-Day. Some great movies on that one. That's where we, with our allies, push onto the French beaches at Normandy and begin the movement back into Europe to free France and push Germany back, ultimately to win the war. Liberation of concentration camps. American, British, Soviet forces all are coming in on these Nazi camps as we start to push Germany back, and we're starting to realize the horrors of what has been going on. The camps are showing, basically built to kill people, extract their teeth out, take anything of value you can from them, their shoes, glasses, whatever, and just kill them. And it became killing machines. And those horrors would come to light as these forces, British, U.S., and Soviet forces would start coming upon these camps and seeing the conditions of those who were still living that were there. So that explains 7D at a very high level. Hopefully that helps you with your test.